Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview covering VCT Americas KICKOFF 2025. For this occasion, I'm here accompanied by OXY, the duelist for Cloud9, coming off of a match against G2 Esports in the second round of our bracket to thus go down to the lower bracket. And so, OXY, thank you so much for the opportunity for a quick conversation. Obviously, losing to G2 is not the result you guys would have wanted, but nevertheless, such is the game of this case, or such is the case of this game. Nevertheless,
Mhm.
I want to ask you just sort of what's your mindset like, coming off of that series and just having to finish that today.
Honestly, it was a sad loss. I had very high expectations, but honestly, we just need to carry the confidence. Like, we need to not get set back. We need to not we put in a lot of work. We put in a lot of effort. That game, I honestly believe that we should have won, but we didn't. We didn't really play how we did in practice. I guess it was nerves. Honestly, I played terrible in that series too. I don't know what's going on, but we just have to carry. We just need the confidence. We need to play like we worked for it, and we've done all the work. So what we gotta do.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I definitely understand that, given that, as you said, you didn't really have a pretty a good performance, but nevertheless, just want to ask you just sort of what kind of went wrong for you in particular? Was it just kind of like within the game that G2 kind of made it difficult for you, or more so like inward, for you in particular?
It's definitely, I guess, a mixture of both. The new meta, well, it's not that I haven't adapted. It's just very hard to even play. Like it's more of a utility based game nowadays. It's not even you get to shoot your gun. Like I remember several rounds where I just went out A, breach stun, missile, omen blind, breach flash, like Euro blind. It's kind of hard for me to play the game. And obviously, we adapted, but I just um some rounds, like even on B, when I double satchel to the corner of B, they just missiles and stun me. I have to swing out, and there's nothing else I can do. It's just like some of these rounds are very hard to play for me, I guess, and I just gotta adapt better. I guess is what I need to say.
Think it's very overwhelming the way you describe it, right? Just like no matter how hard or no matter how hard you try, just there's so many obstacles laid out in front of you that just prohibits you from just usually playing your game. That's kind of what it
Yeah.
feels like, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, definitely you kind of said it right there. Just kind of in a way that also just snowballed the difficulties that Cloud9 faced against G2. I mean, more so just focusing on the entire match overall, or more so the entire rest of the field, not just focusing on yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you feel was the biggest like obstacle that G2 showed, in the server, just having to like face off against them, not just focusing on yourself?
I just think that they dragged us into their game. They played how they wanted. We didn't really. We just played to adapt to them. We didn't really take the space that we need, and we never we didn't really play our game. We just went into theirs and played, and obviously we had 2v1, 2v a lot of situations where we should have won, but it was nerves or something that just made us lose. I guess we just didn't play
I
correct.
mean, obviously, a tough way to go down, as I said at the start of the conversation. Hopefully, though, you guys can bounce back in your next match against your
Mhm.
upcoming opponent. I don't know who it is. I'll figure that out at the end of this conversation. But nevertheless, I kind of want to focus on not just this match, but more so the entire run thus far in kickoff for your team. Obviously, you started off
Mhm.
well, taking down NRG.
Yeah.
Bringing in plenty of momentum up until today, and obviously we know what happened today. But more so, I just want to get your overall view on just how you view the current state of the team and how you guys kind of navigated these first two matches in this competition. So, what has been your biggest takeaway so far in this competition for you?
Obviously, I think the biggest takeaway is gonna be the new meta that of Tejo. It's just gonna be it's more of a utility based game, and we just need to practice the more, I guess, because we know exactly what the problems are, like the timings of when and when not to go. Because obviously you need to bait out the utility, and when they use their utility, you need to use your. It's like a utility game now. It's more of a utility game. And you need to be smarter. I think that's like the obstacle we've been running into, and like we've just been learning about and studying because that's exactly how the game's gonna be played now. And we just, um, I guess the G2 game. I don't even know. We just didn't play our game. I just that's all it is, and that's it.
I mean, interesting to hear your perspective on the overall like meta, given that you've been able to
Mhm,
talk about it a few times. I mean, exactly how difficult has it been for you in just having to, work through that kind of stuff? Because I understand this has been a process, from the off season up until this point.
mhm.
Um, Two-part question: how difficult it is for you to kind of adjust with the ongoing meta, and the other part, um like 1 to 10, how comfortable are you right now with the state of the game as it is for you?
Honestly, I love the meta. I love it. I just it's just a utility game now, and I just need to learn it faster and more. And honestly, the meta feels great right now. It's new, refreshing, and I've obviously it's not just me who has to go through these obstacles. Like everyone has to do it, and it's just like you just gotta get ahead of the curve. We need to learn faster, and I think we'll be fine.
And I think one other thing that has to be considered when it comes to looking at your team, Oxy, is just sort of obviously the new members coming into the team, which was
Mhm,
Mitch and Net, joining near the closing stages of the off season.
mhm.
How have you kind of viewed the adjustment with these two new players from that the moment they joined up until this point? And on top of that, what do you feel you had to adjust the most, and just having to recalibrate yourself and having to play with them?
It's definitely more of a switch up because back then I had more veteran players. I had Rooney who already played for a year, Vanity who already like IGL'd for multiple years in the tier one scene, and then I had um who was I don't know. Oh, I had Moose. He was already in the scene for a while, and he's been playing for a while. And this year, I guess I'm more of like I already have the stage experience. I've been here for a year already, and I'm more of not a leader, but I have a big voice as in because I've been like I've been more experienced, I guess, now because Mitch has never played in the tier one scene, or he has, but like back then, not in franchising. And then Vic also he's only played a little bit in the off season when we had the small events and stuff like that. And then we have Net now, but he's been in the tier two scene for a while, like everyone has, but it's obviously more like it's way more different. It's way different than it was before, and I guess we just been working, and I don't know. We got to shake off the nerves and stuff like that, and we'll be fine.
I'm not gonna lie, Oxy. I feel like you're a different person, and you're just talking to you, compared to last year. Because last year, in our past conversations, you'd basically be giving me like a lot of like, I don't know, man. I just play the game. That's the kind of what I do,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, you gave me a lot of answers, but more so, it's very different. I feel like you're more mature in that sense, and just
Hmm.
having to have a much bigger voice, as you said,
Yeah.
in your recent answer just now. But what I want to ask you, Oxy, is sort of like what changed for you the most, from like last year and this year? Is it like the growth and maturity for you, or is it anything else besides that?
Honestly, I have no clue. It's just I've been working on because I've known all my problems. I've worked through all of my like always needed to think and stuff like that. But maybe I just changed the way I played, and I honestly don't know. But I gotta play more smart, I guess now. But yeah, we'll have to learn. I'll have to learn.
Oh, for sure,
Eventually.
definitely. Yeah, it's kind of ironic you said that I don't know for that kind of question. It's all good. It's all good. We're still early on into the season, so you'll
Mhm,
eventually figure that out in due time. So that said, moving on over to the future, one more question that I want to ask you before I wrap this up. I believe your next opponent is going to be MIBR, and you got
mhm.
that a chance to take on Aspas. I mean, you already had a chance to take on Jogimo. So two-part
Uh-huh.
question. What was it like taking on Jogimo, and also, what are your expectations for that match against Aspas with this new team in mind?
Obviously, uh, Dogimo is an insane player. Like he's a world class duelist. I mean, he won. Was it 2023 champs and with EG, and obviously coming to this, I knew he was. I mean, he's gonna shoot his gun. He's gonna do his job. He's gonna be confident. He's just gonna shoot his gun. And today, he just got the better of me.
Not for sure. What about like the upcoming next match against MIBR? What are your thoughts on that?
Obviously playing against Aspas again. Very excited. Obviously, I regard him as the best duelist in the game, next to Zekin, and it's gonna be fun to play him again.
For sure. Definitely looking forward to that match, and of course, definitely looking forward to the next time you play into the server. So, Oxy, thank you so much for the interview. I really do appreciate you giving me all your answers, and of course, best of luck goes to you in the next match.
Thank you.